Kristene with Sewing with Kristene, along with US Fabric Shop, and we wanted to bring you a quick tutorial on zippers. I'm going to share with you a lot of information on zippers, show you how to quickly attach a zipper to a piece of fabric, and then share with you some projects that we have coming up that you can join us for classes to learn how to make that involve zippers. So I am going to start with a little bit of history. As I was getting ready to do this quick tutorial, I went to look for a little bit of the history of zippers and have a few things to share with you. First of all, for those of you who may have parents who sewed or are a little bit older like me, you're probably quite familiar with a Coats & Clark zipper similar to this. This is what I sewed with back in the 70s and 80s. And this is a coil zipper, and it was invented in 1940 but became very popular in 1960. And a coil zipper is a little bit easier and lighter to install than what was available previous to that, which was a zipper with metal teeth in it. But I found it interesting that these zippers came out in about 1960. You may find some Coats & Clark zippers in stores yet today. However, the current largest manufacturer of zippers is a company called YKK. And they started in 1934 and they came to New York in 1960. And it is a Japanese company, and I'm not even going to try to pronounce what YKK stands for in Japanese because I would totally fail. But they are actually the largest manufacturer of zippers. Across all of the earth, they manufacture today about 1/2 of the zippers that are sold. And that's about 7 billion zippers per year. And they're certainly the biggest supplier in the United States. If you buy zippers today by pretty much anybody, they will be made by a company called YKK. So just a little bit of trivia, a little bit of history and trivia that I wanted to share with you about zippers. So anyway, I am going to bring you up closer to show you a few zippers, a few different types of zippers, so that we can talk further about them. I brought you in a little bit closer just to be able to show you some of the zippers a little bit closer up. This is the zipper we were looking at earlier by Coats & Clark. It's a polyester zipper. The zipper coil is made out of plastic. You can see on this zipper, perhaps a little bit better, that the coils, the individual coils that are in there, and how the zipper zips up and zips down. Another interesting thing about this zipper is the size of the fabric around the zipper. It's about 3/8 of an inch. We'll look at a couple of zippers in a minute where the size of the fabric on each side of the zipper tape is, on each side of the zipper coils or metal teeth is a little bit larger. So again, this is a coil zipper with about 3/8 of an inch of fabric. These zippers would most often be used in clothing, in maybe a skirt, the back of a skirt, a shirt, something of that nature. Maybe in some pants as well if it wasn't jeans. Jeans would probably have a little bit heavier zipper in them. Another type of a zipper is a zipper with actual zipper teeth. So I've got two different kinds of those to show you. This is actually a YKK zipper, surprise, surprise, and it has plastic teeth. So if you can take a look there, you can see that there are plastic teeth here on this zipper. This is also a separating zipper. The zippers that we've looked at so far have been non-separating. In other words, at the bottom, they have a little stopper that prevents you from pulling the zipper pull all the way off. On a separating zipper, it comes apart. You would most likely use these on a jacket, probably like the one that I have on, so that you can unzip the jacket or vest all of the way and take it off. So it, first of all, has teeth versus a coil, and again, it's a separating zipper. You could also use these on different types of bags, and we'll be looking at that later as well. This is another zipper. This is a metal tooth zipper, so this has individual teeth as well instead of a coil, and it's very heavy duty. This is the type of zipper that you would use on outerwear or particularly pants. This one is not separating, it's still connected at the bottom. Back to talking about separating zippers a little bit, most zippers, all zippers, you can shorten. A separating zipper, if you're going to shorten it, you're going to have to shorten it from the top, because if you shorten it from the bottom, you're going to lose the little plastic piece that holds the zipper pull on. So you're really going to need, if you need to make a separating zipper shorter, you're going to need to shorten it from the top. You will find in many projects that we do, we ask you to, either our kits will contain longer zippers or we ask you to use longer zippers. It just makes it a little bit easier when you're sewing bags and that to have extra zipper length, and then we're able to easily shorten the zipper. So that's a technique that you will learn about as well. Another type of zipper I have here is what's called an invisible zipper. On the back is the zipper coil, very similar to the other coil zippers that we talked about. The coil is visible on the back, but on the front there's actually fabric in front of it. These invisible zippers were invented around 1968, and they're often used again for clothing, perhaps some fancier or nicer clothing where you really don't want the zipper to show. Or a lot of times I will use these in pillow coverings, and at some point we'll do some lessons on creating pillow covers, and we'll show you how to use invisible zippers for those. So they're for places where you really don't want the zipper teeth to show at all. And then finally, the last type of zipper that I'd like to show you is a real fancy kind of a zipper that I really like. It's a decorative zipper, and you can actually put this on the top of various projects, and the entire zipper tape shows, as well as the teeth of the zipper, and it's a very interesting look. And I'm going to show you a project where I've used one of these. You can also do the same with metal zippers. They look kind of neat when they're put on top of different projects, especially for a particular design style. Maybe something a little bit more modern or sporty. Would work well with a metal zipper on top of the project. So we'll talk about that later as well. Finally, the last type of zipper, by the way, all of those zippers that I just showed you, the zipper tape is about 3/8 of an inch wide. So when you're putting them into your project, you can have about 1/4 of an inch of zipper tape show by the time you put your seams in to attach them to the project. But another kind of zipper is called a purse zipper, and these are definitely very popular today, and they are most oftentimes made by YKK zippers as well. And you can see that this zipper tape on each side is about 1/2 of an inch. And so what that allows is, by the time you get your seam in to attach your zipper to your project, you can show a lot more of the zipper tape itself. These come in all kinds of colors, styles. I've seen them recently where the zipper teeth part, this is a coil zipper. I've seen a lot of them recently where the teeth are rainbow color or a coordinating color with the actual zipper tape, and so you can have two colors. You could have a green zipper coils and then orange tape, for example. So these are very popular. You can do lots of fun things with these. Another thing about this particular zipper, you might notice that you don't see a zipper pull, and actually it's quite a bit of zipper tape here. So this is what you would call zippers by the yard. I purchased these by the yard, and I purchased several colors. And when you purchase zippers by the yard, you oftentimes get lots of different color zipper pulls. So in this case, I'm probably going to use orange, but I also have a green zipper pulls that I could use, and all other different colors. And one of the things I wanted to show you in our quick little tutorial here is how to put a zipper pull onto onto zipper tape that you buy. So you buy the zipper tape by the yard, and it'll come with several different pulls. And the idea is you determine how long of a zipper you need for your project. Say it's 10 inches. You cut your zipper tape to about that size. You use a zigzag stitch to make sure one end stays together, because usually you want that end to stay together as you're sewing it in. And then you can attach the zipper pull yourself. And people sometimes get frustrated by trying to put the zipper pulls on, but once you know the trick of how to do it, it's so easy. So what you do is you cut off about 1/4 of an inch of zipper tape on just one side. So you can see I've got my zipper tape there. I cut off 1/4 of an inch on just the one side, and I'm going to pull the zipper tape apart. Don't worry, don't get nervous, it's all okay. The coils come right apart. You take your zipper pull here, and you're always going to put your zipper pull. The zipper pull has two parts to it. One side is flat, straight and flat, and the other side of the zipper pull has a curved end. And you're always going to use the curved end to attach it onto your zipper tape. And so you do that by simply taking the curved end, taking one side of the zipper tape and putting it all the way up to the top of the zipper pull. So I've got the straight edge of the zipper pull here, and I've got the curved end on the bottom, and on one side I've inserted the zipper tape. That was the zipper tape that I did not cut. Then I'm going to take the side of the zipper tape where I cut off 1/4 of an inch, and I'm going to stick it up in there into that side of the zipper as far as I can. And it's going to go about half of the way up there, if you can see that. Hopefully I can get that in the camera. And you can see I've got the zipper tape all the way up to the top on this side and about halfway up on this side. And then this is where the magic happens. There's no need to struggle to try to get your zipper on. You simply pull the zipper pull. And you see how wonderfully magical that is? And it will pull your pull all the way down on your zipper. You can see it got a little bit even, but that'll work itself out as you go down and as you zip up. We are going to have one of the projects in our very first series here. I'm going to show you how to do this again, and how to put the zipper pull on, and how to do it for a double zipper, where you've got a zipper on this side that will open and close, and a zipper down here that will open and close, and that allows you to open a bag from both sides. And I'll show you a couple of examples of those as well. I'm going to actually show you what a zipper foot looks like. So here is the zipper foot from my machine. You can see mine happens to be clear plastic. Yours may be a metal zipper. Let me see if I can get that in focus for you. And you can see how there is a plastic piece in the center. And then oftentimes, if you have a machine where your needle cannot move side to side, you'll actually have two different places on the zipper foot to attach it to the neck of your sewing machine. On one side, if you attach it on one side, in this case on the left side, your needle is going to go down over here on the left. And if you attach it on the right, your needle is going to go down here on the right. For my application here, I am going to attach the needle on the right hand side and have my needle all the way over here, and I'll show you how that is going to work with my foot, and it'll be easier, or with my zipper, it'll be easier to see once I get it under here. Okay, if we take a look at the little sample that I put together here, you can see I have a gray zipper. It's a gray coil zipper. It's one that has the 3/8 of an inch fabric here. I've just taken a piece of scrap fabric and I've attached the edge of my coil to the fabric using these magic clips. Here's the other side of my zipper. That's actually free because right now I'm just attaching it to the one side. And I like these magic clips because they're easy to take off and they're easy, especially when it comes to zippers, they're easy to attach to the zipper as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place my piece of fabric underneath my zipper foot, and I'm going to lower my zipper foot so that the left edge of my zipper foot, that middle piece of plastic, the left edge is right up next to the zipper tape. And my needle, so the edge of my foot is right next to the zipper tape, and my needle is over here. So you can see that my needle is a little bit away from the zipper tape, the zipper coils, but it's still on the tape. I know you can't see that, but my zipper tape is still underneath of where the needle is going to sew. And what I'm going to do is just keep my zipper foot right up tight against the coils of those zippers, and it's going to end up sewing a very straight line to attach this zipper to this piece of fabric. So let me just put that down, and here it goes. Oh, I got a piece of thread there. Let me cut that piece of thread off so it doesn't get tangled. But I'm going to take off another clip, and I'm just being very careful to keep the edge of my zipper foot right up against that zipper tape. And that's going to create a very straight line of stitching. And after I get through this, I will take it off. And let me show you what I've created. It's created a very straight line of stitching. You can see I've used green thread there. See how straight that line of stitching is down that zipper. And then on the back, I've got a very straight line of white. I happen to use white in the bobbin thread so that you can see that very clearly. And what that's done is made a very nice professional appearance of that zipper on the zipper tape. And there's a little bit of cloth here, but it doesn't go over the zipper. So when I go to zip up my zipper and into there, it's not going to catch on the fabric there. See, my zipper is in between and it's not going to catch. Again, this is for putting a zipper into something that you're probably going to use like a bag. If you were doing clothing, it works a little bit differently, and someday we'll do some tutorial on that. But for what we're going to be focused on right now, in terms of bags and purses, that's the basic way that you're going to put zippers in. They're much easier than what you might think. The first project that we have that is going to be a part of our Sew Confidently series is a very simple zipper bag. If you've never put a zipper in before, this is going to be a great class for you to learn basic zipper installation. We'll go back through what I just showed you in terms of knowing how to put a zipper in. And the zipper bag's kind of neat too. It's fully lined, all the seams are enclosed, and it makes a great little bag for a large number of uses of this bag. So this is going to be the first class in our Sew Confidently series. Another way to install a zipper into a bag is to install it on the front. This one was installed at the top of the bag. This one you can see is installed on the front of the bag. And I like this because it allows me to lay it flat on my surface. I can unzip the bag and I can easily see what's inside of it. In my case, I use this bag to store all of my Cricut tools. And so I use this bag a lot. Just laying flat on the table, I can see my scissors and my different tools in there. So this is a great bag when you want to be able to see the contents flat because you're using them to, to perform some type of function. I love this bag. This is one of my favorite. I've made so many of them. It's a little bag, and it uses a decorative zipper on the top. So like the one that I showed you that was in white, this bag actually has a gray one on it, and the bag is constructed and then the zipper is just sewn on the top, and it just makes such a neat detail. And I've made several of these, and I always use these decorative zippers on them, and everybody loves them. So this will likely come up in one of our future class series as a bag that we'll make. And then this one is also one of my favorites. This is the Bianni Clam Up bag, and this is definitely in our first Sew Confidently series. And this one happens to be my grandson's. You can see it has Cars, the Disney Cars fabric on it. The one that we're going to make in class is actually bigger than this, and it's going to have a double zipper on it. This one that I made for him just has a single zipper. What I like about the clam up bags is when you open them, you can see they have a little side panel in here that keeps items from falling out. So if you're going to use this for cosmetics or something like that, you can open it up and see what's in it, and you don't have to worry about things falling out the side because, you know, the zipper gives you enough room to open it up, but the side panels keep things in. He normally keeps his Disney mini cars in here, and they stay in when he opens it up, so it's really neat. Again, the one that we're going to make in class will be a bigger version. When you buy the pattern, you can make all different sizes, from much tinier to this up to an extra large, and different kinds of different sizes of zippers, and you can choose between a single zipper or a double zipper. So that's that one. This is also a Biani bag. I love those patterns, and once you learn how to make a clam up bag, you can easily learn how to make other bags because all of the patterns use the same techniques and they kind of build on each other. This bag has a zipper in the front, much like this flat one that I told you about. It just happens to zip a pocket. So this is putting a zipper in for a front pocket. You install it much like this bag. So once you've made one of these, putting a zipper in here is really no different. It also has a double zipper, and you might be concerned about the curve, but don't. It is one of these larger handbag zippers, and especially for curves, they go in like a dream. That's really not a problem at all. This one also has a little side panel in it. This is meant to put an iron in, so when I go to sew somewhere or to a retreat somewhere, I can put my iron in here. It has pockets for ironing supplies, and I can zip it up and take it with me. So this is definitely a bag that we'll see at some point in the future. And then I have my very favorite. I want to take just another few seconds of your time. This is my favorite bag to make. I've made about 3 of them at this point in time. And this one I made it's a travel bag. It is by Annie again. It's called the Ultimate Travel Bag. It fits so nicely on the on your luggage. If you have a carry-on bag, you can slip this right on top of your carry-on bag. There's a sleeve in here for that. It has side pockets, it has a handle, it has a very similar zipper pocket. So again, you've learned how to make them in a couple of different applications. It's easy for this bag. And it also has the double zipper on the top as well. I'm certain that we'll be making this in an upcoming class together as well. So I hope that gives you an overview of the different types of zippers, what different applications you can use each of the different types of zippers for, and just a very quick overview of how to attach a zipper to a piece of fabric. I hope you'll all join us for our upcoming So Confident class series, and hope to see you here for that. And if you have any particular requests of items that you'd like to see us cover in our class series, be sure to let us know, and we'd love to hear from you and figure out which things you want to learn how to sew. That's it for today. Goodbye from Sew with Kristene and US Fabric Shop, and look forward to seeing you again back here real soon.